Welcome to Living the Empowered Life podcast. I'm Tamiko Lowry Pugh, also known as the Empowering Diva. Each week, you'll hear inspirational interviews as well as actionable tips and strategies that you can implement into your daily life to help you live a life of passion, purpose, and potential. Thanks for spending time with me today. Now let's jump into today's episode of Living the Empowered Life. Are you the go-to person in your group of friends? Do you have a zest for life and enjoy helping others reach their full potential? Do you feel a calling to make a difference in the world? If this is you, then you may want to consider becoming a life coach. We have a virtual online training starting soon. Our life coach training focuses on helping women who desire to motivate, inspire, and empower other women by using their skills, expertise, and experience to thrive as a personal development coach. Using the empowerment formula, participants will learn step-by-step tools, tips, and techniques needed to attract great clients and build a thriving, purposeful, and profitable coaching business. Get all the details and register at www.tamikolowry.com/life coach training. Welcome to another episode of Living the Empowered Life podcast. I'm your host, the Empowering Diva, Tamiko Lowry Pugh. In today's episode, I'll be talking with Rynette Upson-Bush. Rynette Upson, also known as the Purpose Pusher, is a powerhouse speaker. She's the founder and CEO of Next Level Lifestyles International, Next Level Chicks Collaborate, Next Level Success Academy, and Next Level Lifestyles Travel. Her passion and adoration for helping people has moved her to chase her life's calling to educate, empower, and enlighten women on how to see more wealth, more success, and more happiness in life. So we're going to go ahead and jump into today's conversation with Rynette Upson-Bush. Rynette, welcome to Living the Empowered Life podcast. How are you?
I am awesome. Thank you for having me.
No problem. I am so excited to dive into our conversation today. We definitely have a lot of things in common, especially when it comes to making sure and understanding that people are walking in their purpose. And so I'm excited to dive into this conversation with you this afternoon. So again, thank you so much for being here.
Yes.
So one of the things that I wanted to talk to you about before we really get in deeply into the conversation, let's kind of talk a little bit about the Next Level brand. Tell us a little bit about Next Level. I know you have a lot of different focus areas. And so tell us about that and how you came up with Next Level brand.
Okay, well, Next Level, first of all, in life, we all know that there are levels to life. Mm-hmm. And so many people get stuck. And they don't move forward to higher levels. And that was me for many, many years. I was stuck because of things that I was told. We aren't born with low self-esteem or negativity. All that stuff is brought into our lives that's taught, or we hear it from people. So you start to believe it when you hear it, over and over again. It's like you start thinking to yourself, I don't think I can. You have dreams, you have goals. Even as a little girl or a child, you have things that you want to do. But the more negativity you hear, the more people talk down to you, the more you start to feel like you can't move forward in those dreams and things that you were thinking of. And that was my life, where I was dealing with a lot of negativity, not out of just being mean or negative, but it was a way, I guess, to protect me from being hurt. Mm-hmm. But the bottom line is it was still negative. And so I never really thought that I could do the things that I wanted to do. I used to think, I want to, have a business. I want to be an actress. And I just had so many dreams. And I was told, that's not for Black people, especially Black girls. Just never get chosen. You shouldn't even try. go to school and be a teacher. Those were the things that I heard. So it took me forever. I had to get into my 40s before I ever believed that I could really do the things that I wanted to do. And because I dealt with that for so long and never stepped up, never really walked in my purpose until I would say midlife, it's huge to me to help women to walk boldly and unapologetically in their lane of genius so that they can go to the next level and create the life that they want to see.
I love that. I love everything that next level stands for, going to that next level in life. And you really touched on a lot of things, the things that we learn when we're growing up, right? From our first teachers, our parents, our teachers in schools, just people in general. And oftentimes they're protecting us from being hurt or protecting us from society. And sometimes what happens is it causes us to have these limiting beliefs that keep us from moving forward in life. So just like you, I really didn't understand my life purpose until I was 40. I didn't really boldly, you said boldly and apologetically. And that really resonated with me, because it really wasn't until a few years ago that I was able to walk boldly and unapologetically in my purpose. And sometimes as women and as Black women, we're afraid to be bold because we don't want to be known as too independent or the angry Black woman. And then just unapologetically, I used to apologize for everything. Every time I did something good, I thought I had to apologize for it. So now being unapologetic and who I am and who God has called me to be, it feels good. And so I applaud you for helping other women to be bold and to be unapologetic in their calling.
Yes, amen, amen. That is so good, and I'm glad to hear that. I would have never known, and that's the thing that people think when they look at us, like we've always been this way. And so that is why it is vital that we must spread this message of purpose and tell our stories, because we're helping other women to step up. And like you said, you were 40, I was in my 40s, and just to think that if we aren't talking, people just think, oh, they already had it. They have it all together. And it wasn't always that way. And even though we stepped out, boldly, courageously, that doesn't mean that we still aren't growing and going. I mean, as long as you live, you should be going and growing and walking in your purpose. And also as you're walking in your purpose, and sometimes people get to that point where, they've reached the purpose and they're feeling good about themselves. Just because you get one thing from God, that doesn't mean he's finished with you. He may give you something else to do. And I know a lot of people get this is what I'm supposed to do. But if he calls you to do something else as well, it's okay to add. It's okay to pivot. But if it's from God, don't stay stuck, because he's called us to move, and he's the master and he has the master plan. So as long as we're following it, we will be good.
Absolutely. I love that. He is the master with the master plan. I love that, Rynette. Thank you for sharing that. So Next Level Lifestyle International, you have the Next Level Chicks Collaborate, Next Level Success Academy, Next Level Lifestyles Travel. Can we talk about each one of those? Tell me a little bit about Next Level Chicks Collaborate. That's what I'm really interested in.
Okay, Next Level Chicks Collaborate. It started out of just helping women. First of all, let me say this. I used to always say, oh, I'm the next level chick. I'm the next level chick. And so my friends said, girl, you ought to start a group. You ought to do a next level chick group. We'll help you. And so it was like 5 of them who said they would help me. And I was excited about making it an empowerment group for women where they could go to their next level. I don't care what it was, whether you were trying to get out of a bad relationship, whether you dropped out of high school and then you wanted to go back, but it was a push on purpose to help women to go where it was they needed to go to get to their next level and take the steps to move forward. So empowerment, motivation, all of that. And it was a free group. So when I first started, everybody that was going to help me, the 5 people, everybody kind of went their separate ways because they had their own life. And I had one person that stayed with me. So at that point, I was like, oh my God, because I was just starting a school at the same time. But I stayed in it because I heard God tell me that I needed to share out and, help women, push them to their next level. So as I went on, I made it a paid group, and it was only $7 a month. And it was just really phenomenal, and helping women, and got so many breakthroughs and stuff like that. As I continued the group, I started seeing that a lot of the women that were really moving and doing things, they were more entrepreneurs. So I kind of stopped the whole group and started over and did a push to just really work with women that had an aspiration to start a business, and they knew that they were supposed to move forward. And so that's where I am now. It's a more of an entrepreneurial group. But because I kind of stopped the group and moved towards entrepreneurs, many of the women were like, we want next level back. So I am I'm doing the entrepreneur, next level chicks collaborate entrepreneurs, but I'm getting ready to launch the next level nation. So in that next level nation, we're going to bring the empowerment group back. So we're going to have the empowerment group, the entrepreneur group, and then I'm also going to be working with ladies that want to lead. So it'll be next level leaders as well. So we are getting ready to really blow up and expand.
I love that next level. I mean, you really taking women to the next level, and sometimes we need that. I believe in partnerships. I believe in coaching and mentorship, and we can't do it alone. We weren't meant to do it alone. And so when people like you come along, with the next level nation, is that what it is?
Next level nation.
Next level nation. I love that. Really to help women go to that next level in life. And so you also have the Next Level Success Academy. Is that correct?
Yes, the Next Level Success Academy is where I have different courses that help women move to their next level. Some of them are, and a lot of it is mindset work, because I had to do a lot of that. And like you said, it takes a group of people helping each other. And I didn't do this alone to get to the point where I am by myself. It was because I invested in mentoring, coaching, and got in groups of like-minded women, masterminds. And so my Success Academy offers different, like the Preparing for My Next Level course. We have Jumpstart Your Biz, different courses to help people to move forward in their next level so that they can see the success that they're seeking.
Perfect. I love that. Next level, everyone. The Next Level brand is taking you to the next level. Rynette, so I have a question for you.
Yeah.
You are known as the purpose pusher, right? So First of all, I love that. I love the pseudonym, the purpose pusher. And understanding your life purpose, living a life of purpose is one of the principles of living the empowered life as well. And so, of course, when I saw that, I was like, I got to talk to her about Purpose Pusher. So tell us a little bit about Purpose Pusher and how you came up with that name.
Well, actually, one of the things I always say when I introduce myself, I say, I'm known as the purpose pusher. I push you on purpose for the purpose of walking in your purpose and your destiny. So I've trademarked that. And so every time when I'm speaking or I'm working with ladies, I'm like, you got to push and you have to walk in your purpose, your assignment, and you will not ever be fulfilled in life until you actually walk in that purpose. So when I'm talking, and I used to do my empowerment calls on Next Level Chicks, they started calling me Miss Push on Purpose, or the Queen of Push on Purpose. And they kept saying that over and over. So I just kind of adopted that name, Purpose Pusher, from the ladies that I was working with. They just started calling me the Purpose Pusher. And that's what I do, is push purpose. And so there you have it, the Purpose Pusher.
I love that, honey. Just push me into my purpose. Push me. Some of us really have to be pushed into our purpose. And oftentimes we are pushed into it because of life experiences. And even for me, I think it was a life experience that really pushed me into my purpose and allowed me to understand why I'm here on this earth. And most people know I'm a survivor of domestic violence, almost lost my life to my abuser. But that incident and being able to survive that literally just pushed me into my purpose. We walk around and we're like, why am I here? Figuring out our purpose, sometimes it seems difficult, but I think sometimes it's right in front of us. It's often that thing that we were able to overcome, and our purpose is to go out there and help other people and give them some type of hope. You know what I mean? But I really believe in order to become successful or to be happy in any area of your life, you definitely have to create a purpose. Your purpose mission statement is what I like to call it.
Absolutely, absolutely. And just like you with, your situation, it made you stand up and say, hey, I got to do something. And you decide to help other people. Many times things happen to us, but they're not happening for us. They're happening for us to share it out, to help somebody else that's going to go through, that's either been through or going through what we've been through. And so that's how we really start to understand and see what our purpose is. And like you said, it's the situations and circumstances that we go through in life that really help us to walk in that purpose. Because if people see me today and they swear I'm lying, you made that up. But I did. I would say early in my life, I talked really good. I sounded good. I looked confident. I looked good, but I was not really good. And then I just decided to myself one day, I can't continue to look good. I don't want to just look good. I want to be good. And that was very, very important to me. And it's a lot of people that, keep stuff bottled in and bottled up and closed up, because as children, many of us that, grew up and, we're in late 30s, 40s, maybe 50s and older, you think, so you learn from your parents, what happens in my house stays in my house. And so you just carry that with you forever. And it's hard for you to really open up. So that dialogue of what stays in my house, what happens in my house stays in my house, that stayed with me for the longest. So I thought that I had to keep all of the things that were happening to me inside. But I still had to smile and look good for everybody else when I was really hurting and really not in a good position. And it took for me, like I said, to get around the right women, the right people, the right circle. And that changed my whole life. And it was actually the things that I went through that helped me to walk in the purpose, just like you said.
Yes, and I love that you said, I don't just want to look good, I want to be good. Because so often, you know, we see what's on the outside that looks good, but in reality, our insides are torn up. And I can say, personally, that was me for a long time. I looked good on the outside, hair was done, you know, my makeup, everything was to perfection, but my insides were ruined. And until I learned how to really work on myself from the inside out, life just wasn't right. But once you get that insight together, and that's where the true empowerment and inspiration comes from. Once you get that together, it's like, then you can go to that next level, the next level that you talk about with the next level brand.
Absolutely, absolutely. And the thing that you said, it does start from the inside out. And for women that are listening or anybody that's listening to this, and I'm sure you might have talked to somebody else about this before, but if you bring up Tamar Braxton, I mean, she's beautiful. Her life looked wonderful. And then we saw what happened. And I know that a lot of people are looking at these people on social media, getting that inspiration and it's good to look at somebody and think, oh, wow, I love what they're doing. But don't look at the people and start thinking to yourself, well, I'm not this, I'm not that. Because you really don't know what is going on with people. And so you have to really start from that inside. You don't start from looking at people and trying to figure out, well, I want my life to be just like theirs, because you don't know what the life is. Just like you said, your makeup was done, you were slayed every day. Same thing with me. I looked good, but I wasn't really good. So that's why it's good to get, empowered. That's why it's good to listen to podcasts, get in different masterminds, and just really work on you. And that's how I became the woman that I am today. I had to start from the inside out, because what I was doing, I was on the outside looking like great, but like you said, so jacked up on the inside, and I wasn't doing anything to fix it. And I was constantly hearing the negativity, but I just kept playing the game. And one day I was tired of playing games. And like I said, I changed my life by getting around the right circle of women that were really operating from the inside out.
Good stuff. I like that. Getting around the right women. Oftentimes we're around the wrong people, but once you get in that good circle, the right circle, that's when things begin to change. So, Rynette, how would you, or what would you tell someone who's having a hard time understanding what their life purpose is? I meet women every day who are confused, and I think once you understand your life purpose, you get to gain clarity out of that confusion. So, what would you tell someone who's having a hard time understanding their life purpose?
Well, me, myself, and I believe in God. He is the Lord and Savior of my life, and so that was a part of helping me to find my purpose. Is just being prayerful and listening to what God was telling me. As I listened to the different things I was hearing from God, I started thinking about the things I liked, the things I loved doing. What were people saying to me that, I heard a lot of negativity, but a lot of people came to me about different stuff, about maybe life. A lot of people come to me about fashion type stuff because I love clothes and fashion. So I started to think about all the things I was passionate about. And I kind of wrote myself a list and I honed in on what I could do with each one of them. And so that's how I ended up starting an empowerment group, because I had, before I did Next Level Chicks, I had a group with a friend called Emerge to Destiny, because I was starting to emerge and understand that I was supposed to be doing something. And I just felt like I was already an educator. I'm a certified educator. So as I prayed about the passions and different things, that the educator in me just kept coming up. But I knew I wasn't supposed to be working with kids forever. And as I started writing those passions down and thinking about what I could do with them, it just came to me that I needed to be working with women, helping them to be empowered. And based upon my life experiences, it just was a natural between hearing from God and writing down those passions. I just figured out, hey, this is what I need to do. So start thinking about where your happy place is and what it is you want to do. Because for so long, I did what everybody else told me to do, but this is my life. And so when I decided to walk in my space and place of happiness, I felt so much better. And like you were saying, every time you did something good and you were making it and doing better, oh, I'm so sorry. We can't be sorry about what we love to do and what we want to do, because it's our life. So if it's something that you love to do, that you are very passionate about, start writing out those things and figure out, what can I do with this? How can I, help people with this? And that's the big key to life in my thought. I live to give, and what you give to others, God gives back to you. And so just with a spirit of serving and giving, and not, you're thinking about yourself, but in helping others, that's also helping you.
It is. Wow, that's powerful. I love that you said getting quiet and listening to God. And
Yes.
you know what I mean? Because sometimes we go everywhere else looking for purpose. What other people tell us they think that we should be doing, what a certain book tells us we should be doing. At the end of the day, it's about getting quiet, getting close to God and hearing what he has to say. And I say that because I remember the exact day that I discovered what my life purpose was. And I remember sitting in church that morning, and the pastor was preaching from Romans 8:28. We all know that scripture. All things work together for the good of them who love the Lord and are called according to his purpose. But I felt like he was speaking to me that day. And I knew at that moment, that my purpose was to empower women, and more so to empower women who had been through some type of life adversity, such as myself, with overcoming domestic violence, trying to rebuild your life. And so at that moment, I knew, and I remember crying. I was like, oh my goodness, it was just almost like this epiphany. But it's a good feeling once you get to that place. And so I love how you said getting quiet and listening to God, because he'll let you know. He will definitely let you know why he placed you on this earth. So that really stuck out to me. So thank you for the reminder that we have to get quiet and get close to God and listen.
Definitely. And it's so funny that you would say that. And I'm on different podcasts or talking to people that you said, you remember the day and of everything and when you really found your purpose. Same thing with me. I mean, I was actually driving and I heard so clear and I just stopped and pulled to the side. And I was like, God, I felt so excited because God said I was supposed to be a speaker and speaking to women. And that's, a part of empowerment. And I was like, oh my God, I never thought of myself, I even though I'm a certified educator, I have a business degree, never really wanted to be a teacher at all because my parents are educators. And when I was working at DCF, I didn't like the job, and my mother was like, just go and teach. Everybody can get a job as a teacher. So I got that job, not just trying to get away from something I didn't like to do. And I really loved teaching. It was a great thing. But I did not plan on staying in it. I didn't really know how it was going to build me, but my years of teaching has really helped me to walk in this purpose that I'm walking in now. Because when you're teaching, you're speaking, you're talking to kids. And then when I got into administration and I was doing meetings, I didn't know I was really being prepared. God was preparing me all along. And if people start to really think about their purpose and what they want to do, and you find that purpose, you'll probably look back and be like, wow. You know what? I was being prepared for this all along. And that's what happened to me. Like you said, that specific day and time, I remember that so clear. I will never forget. And so I know what I'm supposed to do. So even when people might not call you or you feel like you're overlooked and different things, reach out to people if that's what you're supposed to be doing, if that's your purpose. Walk, like I said, walk boldly and unapologetically in what it is you're supposed to be doing. Don't let your purpose be held up, held back. Pushed aside. Your purpose is your purpose. Walk in it.
Yes, ma'am. Your purpose is your purpose. Walk in it. Yes. I totally agree with that. So I know you have a few things coming up with Next Level. Tell us a little bit about your 6-week intensive boot camp that you have coming up.
Okay, well, that I'm just so excited about that. I'm actually towards the end of the first time that I taught it because most of the classes that I was teaching was more business oriented. But a lot of times, you could start a business, you could start a job, you could start whatever you want to start. But when your mind is not right, nothing else is right. And so this course right here really specifically works on personal development and mindset. And this course has really helped people, the women that are in it. One lady, she walked out of a abusive relationship and she really now truly understands her wealth and where God called her to be. We talk about, and it's not just, there's been so many different epiphanies that these ladies have had, so many wins that they've had, and the things that we discuss in this class, we talk about really being intentional about your next level and preparing for it. So we talk about identifying your core values. We talk about your foundation, being bold and courageous in the course. We also talk about your purpose, your vision, your mission, your truth. What is your real truth? Because a lot of people are living, but they're not living in truth. So we talk about getting lit, which is living in truth. We talk about the words that you're using. We talk about structuring your life and just planning for your future. So even though it's a 6-week course, we go through a whole plethora of things to help you to map out your life. So we're talking about from now to looking into the future. And like I said, it has really changed the lives of the ladies that are in this class. So now they're able to really, those that came in and they weren't at peace with who they are in themselves, they have found peace. They've improved their self-esteem, their self-confidence. They have clarity in what it is they're wanting to do and where it is they're wanting to go. And they understand now who they are and whose they are so that they can clearly walk in the purpose that God has called them to walk in.
That's wonderful. Rynette, when does this start? Or if someone wanted to enroll or get additional information, where would they go?
It starts on August 19th and it goes through September 23rd. They can go look on any one of my social media platforms, which I'm mostly on Facebook, but I also have LinkedIn and IG, so they can go there. And I have a website as well. I'm actually launching a new website. I'm excited. It'll be up and running on August 1st. So I haven't put it on the old website, but it will be on the new website because I'm getting the next level nation website. So I'm excited about that. But anywhere you see my name, you'll see the information.
Wonderful, wonderful. And what about your new anthology, Girl, Get Up and Move? That title alone was very intriguing to me, so I wanted to find out a little bit more about that.
Oh my God, I'm so excited about this book because this anthology is bringing women, and we have 3 men. That's exciting. And the ladies and men that are in this book, they're all ages. So it's really for people that feel like, you know what, I'm not where I want to be. And during this pandemic, it came to me like right before I was going to write an anthology. It was going to be called Girl, Get Up and Move. I didn't move on it right away. But as the pandemic started happening and you start to hear people losing hope about their dreams, their goals, where they were going. People are being laid off from their jobs. And so now they're just starting to accept everything that the news is saying. CNN constantly negative news, and they're accepting it and they're taking it in every day. So I put a call out for women actually that wanted to be world changers and make a difference in the lives of the people in the world. So as I put that call out, the people that answered came, and I had 3 men to join us as well. So if you're stuck in life, if you're not moving forward, if you feel like, I just don't know what to go, what to do, you feel like you're behind on your dreams, this book will help you to really get up and move. So these are stories of inspiration, motivation, where people have been through trials, but they've triumphed through those trials and they were able to get up and move. And we have exciting titles, like each chapter. Some I'll just tell you a few, like Through the Fire, that's one. Unnoticed, Strength for It, How Will You Pass the Test, Through It All, A Fresh Start. So those are just some of the titles, and it's just several titles, and each story starts with the scripture, so it's standing on the principles of the Bible, and then it has the story, then it's reflection questions for you to answer, and then it's a place for you to list your thoughts. And so this book, like I said, is just going to bring light to this very dark time, because a lot of people don't feel like it's hope. But what you must understand is that when you decide to step up, stand up, and get up, you change the reality of your life, and your outcome can be different. Your outcome doesn't have to be like everybody else's. So that's the whole thing. When you make a decision to decide that, you know what, I don't have to live like everybody else. I can live a different life. And so that's where Get Up and Move comes in. It's taking people to that next level, keeping them from being stuck, but helping them to move forward.
Yes, I love that. And what I love about anthologies and co-authored books is that you get to have a perspective from different people. Maybe they have gone through something similar, but each one of those stories will resonate with someone in a different manner. And so you get to be inspired, by all of those different stories. So I love anthologies, and congratulations on that. When does the book come out, and will we be able to get it off of your website?
Yes, you'll be able to get it off of my website and the other authors as well. It will be out. Well, we're going to do the virtual launch on August 4th. So it will be, the ebook will be out on the 4th. And then the actual book, we're doing pre-orders right now, and they will be delivered to everyone in August.
Wonderful. Love it, love it, love it. Well, you know what, Rynette, you have shared a wealth of information. Those that are listening, if they had not thought about their life purpose, I'm sure they have at this point. So thank you for being the purpose pusher and dropping those nuggets with us today. But before we close out, I want to make sure that you got an opportunity to get everything off your mind that you wanted to talk about. So if you have a final thought, a charge for the audience, or a call to action, go ahead and do that now.
Okay, thank you. My thing is, no matter what happens in life, no matter how you feel, always get back up, keep going, and push on purpose because you have one, and it's your duty to make sure that you walk in it.
I love it. Keep going and push on purpose. Rynette, thank you so much for taking the time out to join us on Living the Empowered Life podcast. Again, I took a lot of great notes. You dropped a lot of great gems, and thank you again.
You are welcome, and thank you so much for having me. I had a wonderful time doing this interview.
Thank you so much for tuning in to today's episode of Living the Empowered Life podcast. I really hope that you enjoyed my conversation with the Purpose Pusher and that you were able to draw some inspiration as you continue your journey of living an empowered life. And always remember this: always appreciate where you are on your journey, even if it's not where you want to be, because every season serves a purpose. What if you can make a difference in the world using your expertise, your experience, and your story? When you write a self-help book, you have the power to help other people address their most pressing personal and professional issues while also finding your success as an author. If you're a survivor of life's adversities, if you have an expertise or experience that can make a profound impact on the world, then I invite you to register for my free training, How to Write a Self-Help Book in 30 Days. In this free training, you'll learn the 5 keys to writing a successful self-help book, how to craft an outline, how to create a writing schedule, and actually stick to it. You'll also learn how to brainstorm book ideas using your personal story, your expertise, and your life experiences. This training is free, but you must register at tinyurl.com/author training. So ladies, listen. It's time to discover and live your life purpose. It's time to value yourself. It's time to set goals that are going to move you forward in life. It's time to rebuild your confidence. It's time to fearlessly walk in your authentic power. And ladies, it's time to live the empowered life.